Alright guys, what is up? And today I'm bringing you guys some more Black Ops gameplay because on my last video I asked if you guys would rather see some Black Ops gameplay or some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. And for the most part you guys wanted to see some more Black Ops gameplay. So I'm bringing you guys a domination on grid using the Commando. For the most part this isn't really one of my better gameplays. This right here is kind of like an average gameplay that, you know, it's postable, but you know, you always want that better gameplay. But I thought I'd upload this to show you guys what I normally do. This game's a bit above average for what I normally do, but pretty close. This right here is about an average domination game, so don't mind the score. It's, you know, you always get these gameplays, and I thought, you know what, I'll just post this one. It's not the greatest, but, you know, it's not the worst either. But there's not really much of a point talking about Black Ops gameplay much in general, because the game is a year and a half old. And, you know, people aren't looking for that kind of stuff now. If anything, they want that kind of stuff from Modern Warfare 3. So this commentary is actually going to be on my top 10 favorite YouTube commentators, Call of Duty based for the most part. I believe they're all Call of Duty based. So the reason I felt like doing this is because, in case you guys are interested in who I watch, and I do spend quite a fair amount of time on YouTube watching Call of Duty videos. So I thought I'd let you guys know on my top 10 commentators. Now I am subbed to about 80 some odd people, so I had to pick my top 10. It was a little bit difficult. I hope I didn't leave anyone out that I missed, but I think for the most part this is pretty much how it goes. So number 10 on my list is a guy named I. He is from Ireland. He's a pretty big beast. I like him. He brings better commentary and gameplay for the most part. His gameplay is usually pretty good. But I subbed to him a long time ago because of the fact that he had something called the best players in Call of Duty, and it was a series where he just finds the best people on the leaderboards and he posts their gameplay. But I've been subbed to him ever since, and he actually has quite a unique personality and brings some good gameplay commentary. So that's why I like him. He's one of my, I guess you could say, favorite commentators, even though he's number 10. Number 9. This guy's actually a PC gamer, and I met him, well, I guess I didn't meet him, but I found him through live streaming on Twitch, and I subbed to his YouTube. His name is The Incredible Orb. He's one of the better players on the Modern Warfare 3 scene for PC, and he's actually a pretty likable guy. He is Swedish, but he's really easy to understand, and I think he's a pretty cool guy. And if you guys want good gameplay, good fast Moab gameplay, and some interesting commentaries, I recommend going and subscribing to him. Number 8 on my list is another guy from the PC scene from Modern Warfare 3. And I as well found him on Twitch as well. They call him the Moab King, as well as Orb as well. TBNR Frags. Now, the reason I like him a bit more than Orb is just because I've been subscribed to him for a bit longer. I like them pretty close, so the 9th and 8th spot can kind of go back and forth. They're both really good commentators. Preston's, you know, a pretty funny guy, and he's a bit closer to my age, too, so it makes it a bit more easy to relate to him as well. But I'm not sure how old Orb is. I don't think he's very old either. Teenage years, I believe, as well. But this guy and Orb are quite similar in the ways that their gameplay and commentaries are, kind of. And they're really good if you guys are looking for a good YouTube channel, and I recommend watching them on Twitch live streaming. I think that's where their best content is, to be honest with you. But TBNR Frags and Incredible Orb are both really good commentators, gameplay commentators for sure. Number 7 was actually, I believe, the very first person I ever subscribed to. Now, the reason he's so far down the list is because he never posts things anymore, and whenever he does post things, they're usually not Call of Duty based as much anymore. But I do think he is one of the better commentators out there. It's just the reason he's so low is because he never really posts anymore, and the times that he does post, for some reason they never show up in my sub box. But CNanners is actually one of the big reasons why I started YouTube in the first place. I believe if he posted more frequently and took his YouTube thing a little more serious, not that he doesn't now, it's just, you know, the last things that I've noticed haven't even been Call of Duty, so he's kind of drifted away from, I believe, that. But he does post the odd Call of Duty. He has the RTCs, but I don't watch RTCs because they're really boring. But yeah, CNanners is one of my favorite commentators. The only reason he's so low is because I never see him post anymore. Number 6, I've been subscribed to him for quite a while now. He's not one of the best players, but he makes up for it in his commentaries and his interesting facts that he brings to Call of Duty. Woody's Gamertag. He's actually a pretty good guy. I watch his podcasts, and he seems like a pretty nice guy. If you were to meet him in real life, you know, you could have a beer with him, even though I'm not allowed to drink, you know, have a good time with the guy, even though he's fairly old. He's actually in his 40s, I believe, so it's quite funny that he can have such a good relationship, or, well, make connections to, I guess, teenagers and the youth audience that Call of Duty community brings. But Woody's Gamertag's a pretty good guy. He's pretty popular on YouTube as well. Number 5 is a not so well known commentator, but I think he's really good. I believe he will get bigger in time to come. His name is Ozric. Ozric is, I believe, he's not part of Machinima. I believe he's part of Yaush Gaming, which, you know, is kind of like a Machinima, but not as good, I guess you could say. But he's a really good subscriber. The reason I subscribe to him is because he kind of plays the same way Wings of Redemption plays, and that is that slow pace, giving tips and, you know, teaching you how to do good at the game, which is kind of what I do as well. And I really think he's a pretty cool guy and quite interesting to watch as well. Number 4 on my list, I just currently started watching him more often, and I think he's a pretty cool guy. He's actually, I love the way he plays, and I love, you know, just his play style in general. Is ZZIR Grizz. You know, Grizz, the famous sniper. You ain't Grizz, baby. He's a really good commentator as well, and he plays Call of Duty a lot, so he knows what he's talking about. And from his past couple videos where his points and, you know, his Black Ops ideas, he seems like a pretty good guy. And I've been subbed to him for a while, but during Modern Warfare 2 I didn't really watch him very much, and he didn't upload a whole lot of Black Ops. But his Modern Warfare 3 content is really, really good, and I love how he always plays for the win. That's what I absolutely love about the guy. That guy, he always plays for the win. So, moving on to number 3, we're in the top 3. Drum roll, please. Number 3, my third favorite commentator on YouTube is the Mark of J. His amazing gameplay and commentary that he brings is truthfully just some of the best out there in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people like him, and he doesn't have a whole lot of haters, which is always really good, and I kind of want to say that I'm surprised that he has such few haters, but you know, I can kind of see why. He's got a pretty nice personality, you know, pretty down-to-earth guy, you know, young too, you know, kind of relate to him a bit, if you know what I mean. The only reason I say I relate to him is because I'm only 16, and you know, I can kind of see where he's coming from, some things like that. But his gameplay is some of the best out there in my personal opinion. He always gets those, you know, high kill games and really fun to watch gameplays, you know. Yeah, I don't really like the whole rushing around gameplay a whole lot, but you know, he manages to keep my attention span for pretty much every video. And my number 2 favorite commentator is Excalibur. Simply, there's no explanation that he's not or shouldn't be in your top 3. He's an amazing commentator, and you know, he's actually one of my favorites. He's really good. There's not even an explanation why he deserves to be up there. But my favorite commentator of all is Wings of Redemption. The fact that, you know, I just personally like the guy. You know, I've had him on my friends list for a little while. I like all his videos. He's the reason why I'm on YouTube, and the playstyle is adopted from him. I have to really thank everything that I have so far, thanks to pretty much him. I've taken a lot of you know, life lessons from him in general, and really I watch every single one of his videos, even if it's not Call of Duty, and he's actually a guy who I kind of look up to in certain ways as well. So this right here is my top 10 favorite commentators. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.